Many law firms around the world are facing margin squeeze. Costs are rising rapidly, revenues are flat, and therefore profit is squeezed, and partners are not happy about that. Leaders, therefore, need to be doing something about that.
When we look at value, with generative AI and AI, law firms can not only think about what it means to add value to clients, they're going to have to look as well at themselves internally.
Cost reduction is not the same as value production. So some things might be expensive, but the value they provide is extremely high. And so therefore you can charge a high cost or a high premium for them, others less so. And I think this is where we're seeing law firms and legal departments starting to think about how they break down that service delivery process. So what they're doing, what they're providing, what are the elements, which bits can be more efficiently and more effectively delivered, and how does the whole process get put together so that there is a seamless delivery of what has been identified as a conversation between the legal service provider and their client as the value they're adding.
So costing, again, what we're seeing here is the acceleration of new techniques on two areas. One, on legal processes, and two, on the business services side. This will allow you to change your cost model, to change your target operating model, and we're seeing clients operating both on the legal side and on the internal business services side.
I think it's fair to say that generally it's at the more basic level in terms of document review, document generation, research and the like. If that is how firms are using AI, then it should follow that the more senior people can devote their time and effort to giving senior level advice to the clients. Obviously that's adding value to the client.
The question I would leave everyone when thinking about this is how confident are you that you know your cost of service delivery?
So let's look about pricing first. Give one example. One client of ours brought in a new piece of AI software to work on their merger work with the corporate department, going through the due diligence, analyzing the clauses, the classic sort of stuff. So how were they using it for pricing? Initially, they took the decision that they were going to keep the same prices and get bigger margin, but being very, very conscious of the fact that at some stage they would have to drop their price, both for the clients or alternatively to win work and get market share. So this comes down to one of the key parts on the pricing side. Do you understand the value that your clients want? Do they want speed? Do they want that wisdom? Do they want that real insight? So by understanding the value of what you're doing, you can then set your fee level. And that may be going away from the billable hour concept.
Unfortunately for leaders, it's got more complicated with AI and other technologies because there's a double whammy effect. They cost money and therefore costs go up, but also they challenge your whole approach to pricing. And it comes down to pricing when it comes down to what your revenue is. Why do I say it comes down to pricing? Efficiency is the enemy of the chargeable hour. If you're charging your fees by the hour and you become more efficient, you charge less fees. It's as simple as that. So although we've talked for many, many years now about the death of the chargeable hour, and we expected the clients to be the bad guy in this piece and to kill the chargeable hour, but actually it's law firms that should be killing the chargeable hour. Are we up to that challenge?
So this is not a sprint, it is a long distance run.
Work out your strategy. What do you want to achieve? How do you want to deliver your services? What sort of firm do you want to be? If you just take expensive AI and add it to an old organization, all you get is an expensive old organization.